Once upon a time, there were two cats, here on the screen, with an appetite for adventure and to see what's out there in the streamerverse. Missy is a light-haired, kind-hearted but derpy cat, and Lily is a sleek, ninja-like cat with a sassy attitude. They were born in Star City, a floating city in the middle of the clouds. Since the technology and mystical beliefs were so incredibly advanced here, Missy and Lily knew it was okay to grab an airship and fly out into the galaxy. Oh my god, they're flying! With Missy on the steering wheel, Missy doesn't really know how to steer that well. They run into an asteroid belt and get some damage on their ship. They will have to make an emergency landing on the planet closest by. When they float down, they see they have arrived at...
After they've landed over at Hentalia, they noticed some signs. Lily, of course, wanted to go to something useful, but Missy was attracted to the fact that one sign said catnip and already had started walking before Lily even could make a point. So they started walking in the direction of the sign. When they arrive, they hear this vibey music, rolling bass lines, and see a huge pile of catnip in the middle of a dance floor. Missy, of course, couldn't contain herself, jumped in, took like too much catnip, and ended up on the cuddle pile with a lot of other cats. Lily didn't necessarily want to go in that fast, so she started to scout it out a little bit. But with the vibes and the music and everyone being, well, catnipped, she decides, well, what's the worst that could happen? So she also takes some, of course. Now, enjoying the catnip, our cats totally forget the time. And before they knew it, it was like quite late in the afternoon. But they still didn't have a functional airship. So this old cat walks up to them and be like, hey, we can't really help you with your airship, but we've got this bus going on to a synchronized entity. If there's a place where they can fix you, it must be there.
Lily and Missy are still a bit high from the catnip and arrive at synchronized entity, where they will get help on a space station. The airship is being towed to be fixed there, so that they can venture into the galaxy again. While they take off, they drift into the essence of the universe, becoming one. And still high. They lose sense of reality, and at some point they become two beautiful ladies. What is happening? The journey continues as the airships finds its way to the planet of Lady Cleo Cabaret. It looks like a beautiful planet with lost nature, and when they get off their airship, they find a box on the land. And in this strange box, a man is playing music.
Walking in to this absolutely beautiful box. They realize that they're in one of the best show places in town. On stage right now, DJ Jamie Moon performing for an audience of many people, standing, jumping away at the front of the stage. Just as the music reaches all of the high points in there as well, they recognize it's time for a show. It is time for a show. As they're standing there as well, enjoying themselves, still high on the catnip, they start to watch the cabaret unfold in front of them. There are aerialist performers. They get up, they're doing twirls, they're doing silks, they're doing hoops. There's people with lights, there's people with fire, and both Lily and Missy are watching this absolutely phenomenal show in absolute awe, still enjoying themselves, standing there in human form as well, no less. As the night goes on, they're enjoying the music and the DJ beckons them onto the stage. They get up and standing on either side of the DJ, enjoy a good old boogie in the side. They've had a fantastic night. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. They've had all of the booze. The catnip is finally starting to wear off. Once they have got to the stage that they recognise, we're sober enough. We're back to a level. We can now get back onto our airship and go and enjoy some absolutely phenomenal performing. As this happens, they slowly discover that they have crept back down into their cat forms and realise, do you know what? I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed this performing goodness. And Lily looks at Missy and says, shall we find some more performers? And Missy says, yeah, we should definitely find some more performers. And so, after a little bit of research, they're pointed in the direction of Juggle with Tim.
So now, they are here at planet Juggle with Tim. And as Lily and Missy lands on the planet Juggle with Tim, they notice that the whole world is much bigger than they are used to. Are we coming back up on the catnip? Or what the heck is going on here? Says Lily. No, don't worry. I made this world this big so that I can take creatures like you on my roller coasters. Here, jump into this golden ball. Here comes Lily. And here comes Missy. And also, don't forget your airship. Because when you're done with the rides here, you will land at the next planet called Mr. Kane Music.
Oh, damn. There is something into this ball here, fam. What is in here? Oh, damn. There's like 2 cats here and they are tripping balls, man. What is going on? Oh, you were on a roller coaster. What? You're probably so confused. I'm pretty sure you need some peaceful vibes to relax now. You're so lucky that you just landed into the Mr. Kane temple. We're all about cultivating peace and kindness in here, and I'm gonna take care of you. Let's go on a beautiful flow journey to relax your brain from the catnip, and then after that, let's go to Kamikaze Mixtape. For sure there's something going on in there, it's gonna be crazy.
As they crushed through a seemingly chaotic storm, they noticed bright and vibrant lights around them. Immediately, they felt at ease as their faces were illuminated by bright and warm aurora in every colour imaginable. It was an incredibly calming presence as they made their way down to the surface. Below, they saw beautiful cities, vibrant and full, teeming with life, diverse and peaceful. Once they stepped off of their ship, they were delighted and shocked to see that the planet itself seemed to create its own art. With each step of their feet, they saw colours, lines, beautiful patterns emerging and tracing behind them. They could see their path laid out before them. Their footsteps were as bright and colourful as the aurora they flew into. They knew they had found a special place, hidden underneath the protective storm clouds that seemed to all but disappear once they made it through them, a magical barrier to a land that felt like one massive piece of art. They were running out of time to explore, for they could only stay for a short while. Looking back on the path they had carved since landed, they were delighted to see their very own footsteps had added to the lush, vibrant surroundings. It It's as if all of their experiences were added to the surface of this place of creation. Every breath told a story and were forever added to the pages of this world's history. Looking back up into the sky of bright and dancing colours they were about to fly into once again, they felt a sense of peace and excitement. As much as they had made an imprint on the planet, so had the planet done so on their souls. They looked at each other and smiled as they launched into the sky, as they wondered what was next to come. On their way out of the atmosphere, they saw a giant sign that said, "Next stop, Cat Daddy School." Lily and Missy looked at one another. They knew they had to head that direction.
Finally went to a destination, to Cat Daddy. When crashing through the skies, they saw that the planet was very overgrown and that the old life that was there once had a tough time. But the planet was filled with beautiful, luscious forests, and the weather was delicious, and the smell of fresh cooked food was hanging in the air. As they slowly ascended down on the planet, they saw, coming out of the jungle, a giant tree, which looked like a cat tree, and all these wild cats running around just in total freedom. And when they finally arrived in the cat tree, they met up with Cat Daddy. My weary travelers, Missy and Lily, after such a long trek and visiting all these beautiful peoples and beautiful faces you've met, I think it's time you have a nice homely meal. So welcome at my dinner table. Please break bread with us. And when you leave to your next destination, say hi to Charlie the Gekster for me. And have an amazing time at her place.
I mean, they just got spoiled with food with Cat Daddy. They've been traveling through the universe already. And now they actually got attracted by a magic wizard. That magic wizard has a castle. Also in the forest close to Cat Daddy. And in that forest there is a party going on. Deep House is playing by this DJ who is an introvert, so doesn't like to play for audience in front of all these people, so she decided to play some tunes for Missy and Lily. It's a cat party. I mean, music everywhere, not cat music, unfortunately. But I think they'll have a blast, because there are lasers everywhere. Lily and Missy are chasing the lasers. And after this, they will continue their adventure to go to Whiskers.
While leaving the cat party, Lily and Missy see a star fall from the sky. They race to investigate the unusual occurrence. There is a strange yell, and a furry man-child emerges from the star's wreckage. The stranger reminds Lily of the derpiness of Missy. He plays strange music from far-off lands and tells them about his travels as a space wizard, although it appears that he is simply a human living in his mother's basement. He then instructs Lily and Missy to find the nice lady over there and give her this paintbrush. In a poof of catnip smoke, the wizard turns into a paintbrush and the kitties continue on their way.
A festering pit of feral cats swarm on the planet Nice Lady. Liquid DMB pulses from the tiny planet. The cats say, why not, and make their descent. Every plush wall of this strange world is covered in oil paintings of Danny DeVito. The vibes are elite and the music is captivating. In a dark, dank corner, the mods of this planet, Armpit Lover and Deer, are collapsed and withered from sheer exhaustion from trying to herd the feral cats. But it's no use. They're out of control. Missy and Lily slowly back into their ship and fly away, thinking, what the hell was that? But thankfully, the American feather is close.
So we're arriving to the final part of the story. Here we go. Lily and Missy land in a cacophony of light and color in the most beautiful, lush forest floor they've ever seen. They have arrived on the planet of American Feather. Right away, they can see that they are in a magical forest, and just before they peer around a big honeysuckle bush, they halt with fright. Just beyond the edge of a wood, in a grassy meadow, they see two wolves. No, dogs. Wolves. No, dogs. Wolves. Dogs. Wolves. Pointy ears, big sharp teeth, and giant paws. But after a moment, they look. They really look at the two dogs, and they see that the big brown one is rolling around on her back and laughing. And the white one is stretched lazily in the sun with his tongue lolling out to one side. Lily and Missy look at one another and decide that so many wonderful things have happened on this adventure. Maybe, just maybe, they decide to step from the wood and introduce themselves to the big, hairy, scary dogs. The two dogs bounce up with excitement. Friends! They shout together. They bound up too close to Missy and Lily. They don't understand personal space here. And begin to lick them all over their faces in greeting. It's customary there. They invite Lily and Missy to chew sticks and catch bugs in the meadow with them. As the sun is setting, Missy and Lily realize that it's time to go home. After such a long and beautiful adventure, they reflect on this realization together. The universe is far bigger than we ever realized, and anything is possible, even befriending the most unlikely of creatures. The end.